Hello, what's going on, guys? Disney Dan here. Welcome back into the channel and welcome to another Disney movie review. We are talking our first Disney Channel original movie, Sky High. I'm super excited because Sky High, I think, is being the benchmark of Disney Channel original movies. Can't wait to talk about this. We have got a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about. So I'm going to quickly see who's in the chat. We've got Samantha Lowe here, RobFuz, good to see you. Caitlin from Make It Blue, welcome in. Wendy Luhu, good to see you. Hope you're doing well up in Scotland. And we have the wonderful, the amazing Walt from Mouse Talk once again. How you doing, pal?
Hey, pal, how are you?
I'm doing good. I am doing very well.
Good. You look good.
R. Johns, good to see you. Welcome in, R.
What's
Johns.
up, Richard?
Christine Hickman, welcome in. Another one of my fabulous members. Thank you to all my wonderful members. You guys are amazing. Before we get started, I just want to give a massive thank you for yesterday. I don't know if you saw on my channel, it was 10.5-hour live stream to celebrate Disney Fiasco. It was an incredible day. I had so much fun. I want to thank everybody who was in the chat, everybody who joined us. It was such an amazing event. I'm not going to lie to you. It was, by the end, I was very tired, but it was so much fun. I absolutely loved it. Tracy, good to see you. Looks like Dan got some rest. Surprisingly, not as much as you might think. Welcome in, Wendy. Great to see you. It was so much fun yesterday, and it was great to see you, Walt, yesterday. Thank you so much for joining yesterday. I know you were in and out of the stream all day, but thank you for joining as well.
Oh, it was great. That was an awesome day. We had a lot of fun. I came in 3 times because I just wanted to be there. You know, it was a great day. But you had a lot of people come in and see you, which is a testament to who you are and your importance to this relationship, to this community and the relationships you have. Yeah. It was an honor to be there, and I'm just happy you made it to 100. That's a big milestone, and congratulations again, buddy.
It was crazy. And apart from, obviously, Meg is my co-host, but apart from Meg, I think you are the most reoccurring guest that we've had on Disney Fiasco, and you mean to the show more than anybody, because you've been so supportive of the show and us and we'll be doing every Saturday. So we're very thankful for you joining us on Disney Fiasco, and it was fun yesterday. It was great. My computer kind of held up. It was okay. Tracy Glenn, we're heading out soon for dinner. Guys,
have a good dinner.
Go check out Tracy, Dis Our Dream, Russ Stapleton, Kenzie Days. They are all together right now. AJC Magic TV, they're all together right now. They play Top Golf and just did a stream on Captain America Civil War, my personal favorite MCU film. Go watch it. It was absolutely amazing. Dis Our Dream, good to see you. Candy Mom, good to see you. Candy Mom.
Cynthia.
Donna Jaworski, I hope you had a wonderful birthday. Great to see you, and it was so much fun yesterday, and glad we got to celebrate 2 amazing events. So very, very quickly before we get started on the review of Sky High, Walt, tell us a bit. Obviously, I think everybody knows who you are, but what's coming up? What are we up to this next coming week? Streams, vlogs, what's going on?
Sure. Well, I just posted a vlog a couple days ago on my most recent trip to Epcot. It was pretty epic, actually. Lots of crazy stuff happening that day at the park. Entire lands were closed for a while. Animatronics were missing. It was just a crazy day. You guys should go out and check out that video. It was a lot of fun to do. We have another video coming up, another one of my Sights and Sounds video that'll be coming out. I'm editing as we speak.
Good.
Tomorrow, 9 a.m., we are going live from Animal Kingdom.
I'm excited. It's going to be really wild there.
It's going to be awesome. We're going to do strides. We're going to go on the safari. We'll do some other stuff too, and it's going to be an awesome day. And I hope everybody can come out. And again, like we always say, if we make it to 100 likes on that video, we are giving away a prize. So
be there. Be there. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. Captain Akron, welcome into stream. Disney Nerders. Hi guys, we are at the Bravehearts baseball game and listening. Braveheart, great film.
Say hi to Mel Gibson.
They say hi to Mel Gibson. Hey Atwood, welcome into the stream. Russ Stapleton, great to see you. Just watched
see everybody.
Watched your Captain America Civil War stream. It's one of my favorites, so go and watch that. Candy Mom, wait, Walt, I love Animal Kingdom. Well then, you got to check out his stream tomorrow. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to, It's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it. And and the main question for today is: Arjons, did Dana get her cake from yesterday? So Sky High came out in 2005.
Holy macaroni! It's 15 years old already. Oh my gosh,
it's crazy. Now, when we put this one out of the hat, this kind of was the first kind of obstacle we've had, because in the UK on our Disney Plus we had Sky High, but over in the US you guys don't have Sky High just yet. I think it's being released later this year. So you're just going purely from memory.
I have seen it.
I've seen it.
I've seen it. Yes.
And I'm going purely from memory from earlier in the week, which is not great. But came out in 2005, and I think this was was this before High School Musical and Camp Rock and all these big, massive Disney Channel movies? I think so.
I'm gonna look it up right now for you,
because I remember that Sky High.
Okay, Camp Rock was 2008.
Okay,
and High School Musical, the first one.
Yes, the first one.
2006. So yes.
So this came before these giant Disney Channel movies, and I remember hearing about Sky High, and remember as a child thinking about what this film was all about, because I remember there was a lot of buzz around this film. I thought this was quite a popular Disney Channel original film, and I think there's no better way to start off a Disney Channel original film than with Sky High. And I'm looking forward to talking about this. Sherry, welcome into the stream. Great to see another one of my wonderful members. But yeah, I'm excited. And what a cast. What a cast for a Disney Channel movie. What a cast it had.
Sky High also was before the MCU even started.
Yeah. It's before the MCU.
It was original. It really, really was very original. It was before all that we know now. It was an original film. And I gotta say, and I'm glad you brought it up, because it was one of the first things I'm going to talk about. There's a really good cast here.
Yep.
And Disney did a very good job of throwing a couple of cameo cast members in here that we know as superheroes. For instance, Principal. I think it was the Principal, right? I think
Principal Power.
Yes, who of course was Linda Carter, who everyone knows as Wonder Woman, who still looks great, by the way.
The original Wonder Woman, not Gal Gadot from the DC.
No, the original
Wonder Woman.
In my opinion, I don't know.
Was there a sequel, Sky Higher? No, I don't think there was.
No.
I watched the movie last week on Walt's recommendation. See, this is what we love people doing with this whole Disney movie review. It's kind of like a book club. You guys go and watch it during the week, and we can talk about it on the weekend. It's great. But you're right, with the cast, it's great. I mean, look, for a Disney Channel original movie to star Kurt Russell in your movie, I mean, talk about a big name. But Kurt Russell has been in so many Disney films,
especially when he was younger. He was in. It's really kind of where he got his start. Was Disney for sure. But Kurt Russell was. First off, I love Kurt Russell. He's one of my favorite actors. He always has been. I always prefer him as a good guy, though. I'm not a fan of him as a bad guy. He's one of those characters.
Yeah.
He's an actor that I just don't like seeing him play a bad guy.
I think when we talk about Guardians 2, we will have a lot of interesting things to talk about Ego, the Living Planet.
Yeah,
but
I will have a lot to say about that. But
me too.
But in this role as the commander, I think his name is. Yeah, the commander. He's awesome. I mean, he reminds me of a superhero.
I liked Kurt Russell as kind of like the dad superhero. I don't find the commander as the name a very superhero-y kind of name.
Well, I think it's not supposed to be. I think this whole movie is technically, for the most part, tongue-in-cheek on superheroes, for sure.
Absolutely. RobFuz, welcome into the stream. Great to see you. Partner channel, great friend. Hope John had a wonderful birthday yesterday.
Yes, happy birthday to your son, Rob. Hope many more, buddy.
really, really awesome. But look, I think when we go through in terms of some of the characters' names, there is one name in particular we'll get to, which is there's a great name in there. But Kurt Russell, I think, really brings this movie to a little bit more of a professional film, because I feel like Disney Channel original movies are very, very cheesy, very tongue-in-cheek. But I think Kurt Russell brings a little bit of, no, I can't really say realism, because a school floating in the sky, right. but
he definitely brings star power.
Yeah, his performance was very good. Very good. Carlos, welcome into the stream. Great to see you, Carlos.
But what's really great about it is because Kelly Preston plays the mom, Jetstream. She's Jetstream in this. And she's really good, too. God rest her soul. I know she just passed away a couple of weeks ago. But she, you would think Kurt Russell, Kelly Preston, oh, my gosh, they are the stars of the film. They're not. They are really the supporting cast in this. The real stars are the son, Will Stronghold, Danielle Panabaker, who plays Layla, and all the kids. They're the actual stars of the film. All the big actors that we know are actually the supporting cast in this, and it actually really works.
I want to bring up Michael. Is it Angarano or Angarano? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Who plays Will Stronghold. I really enjoyed his performance. He reminded me a lot of a very young Michael J. Fox from Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he had that sort of.
And I'm sorry, I'll say he reminds me. He looked like a young Kurt Russell.
He looked like a very young Kurt Russell, and he had the mannerisms of Michael J. Fox, and I think that worked really well. Mike Wheeler, welcome into the stream. Great to see you. Hey, howdy. Hey, everybody. I'll be listening. I'll be listening while I eat. You got to tell me what you're eating, though. They're the sidekicks of Holy Wendy. Hey, keep it together.
Hey, howdy. Hey there.
Wait, I know the great name is Paprika. Oh, don't get started on Carlos with his Paprika. Oh my gosh! But
here we go already.
Oh, dearie. I really like Michael Angarano's performance. The character, I think he was not the brightest character in the world. I think he was very manipulated, and obviously we'll get into that, but he makes some really poor decisions. But for me, the star of the show, of the movie, was Danielle Panabaker as Layla. I loved the character. The character, not just her performance. I loved the character and how she was written. I love how, she doesn't believe that heroes and sidekicks should be a divide. There shouldn't be a divide. We should all be, going to school together. And it really paints a perfect picture of what modern society and her beliefs of, there should be equality, and her fight for that. And, she only uses her powers not for violence. And I think her performance, with the way she was written, for me, was the star of the movie.
I agree. I agree. But the one thing I'll say is the whole premise of the movie, and I'll put this out there for those who haven't seen it, is it's sky high. It's all about the kids, children of superheroes and super villains. Okay, and we'll get into that and we'll explain that. That are in high school. Hey, Disney Buffett.
Disney Buffett, welcome into the stream. Team Marie Photography, welcome into the stream as well. And I just saw Mike Wheeler is having stuffed raviolis with Parmesan shaved on top.
Very nice.
Not Parmesan. Nice. Totally agree.
Yeah, it's basically they're in high school, and during their high school days, ultimately they're put through tests, and they either become a hero or a sidekick. That's how they work. That's how it becomes. That's what they have to do. And what's really interesting about this is Will Stronghold is from the two greatest superheroes who happen to be married, and they had him. They have the Commander and Jetstream, who are the two greatest superheroes. He's the son of the two greatest superheroes, and everybody has superpowers, but he doesn't.
So let's start here. Let's start with this movie. Let's go from the beginning. I think Walter summed up sort of this how the movie starts. You know, Will Stronghold hasn't got his powers. He it's like having comics. Imagine Superman and Wonder Woman were married, two strongest superheroes, and their son doesn't have any powers. That's what kind of the premise of the start was. And what I really loved about the start of this movie was firstly that Will was trying to impress his father by lifting the weights. Like he said, like, you know, he lying down on the bed. She's like, 400, 401. He hadn't even started yet. It was great. You know, just trying to impress his dad, even though he was lying pretty much to his father about having super strength because he didn't want to disappoint his father. Yeah, he didn't want to disappoint his father. But what I really enjoyed for the start of this movie is the interaction between Will and Layla. They establish a relationship, a friendship there. You can tell Layla has some feelings towards Will, and that kind of obviously plays out through the whole film. And we end up meeting one of my favorite characters from the film, Ron Wilson, bus driver. Because Ron Wilson, bus driver, what a character. I think everybody has met a Ron Wilson bus driver in their life, I feel. That character who just, you know, he may not be the coolest guy. He may not be the, you know, he may be in a job that, you know, may not be the best paid, but he really enjoys his job. Like, he's a bus driver and he gets to drive the kids to Sky High or flies to Sky High. But he's a fun character. And I really enjoyed his involvement in the film. You know, he doesn't have any powers. But he said, dude, I've got your back, Will. I've got your back whenever you need me. Here's my card. I love that. You know, he's got a bit of... I felt that Ron Wilson, bus driver, was more of a compelling character than most of the other friends that Will and Layla had. I've got to be honest. Zach, the guy who lights up, he was completely irrelevant in the whole movie. You could take him out, and I found him really annoying. I think Magenta, she turns herself into... Actually, let's get on to that sort of scene with, what's his name? Mr. Boom, you know, the guy, the coach teacher.
Oh, yeah. Played by, what's his name? It's, oh my gosh, isn't that terrible? I can't think of his name. Not Patrick Warburton, although he is. Patrick
Warburton is... Sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Patrick Warburton plays the voice of... what's the name? What's the name of the villain? Royal Payne's voice when she's in the mask.
Right. And we'll get to that in a little bit too. But Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell. That's it. The whole scene of trying to decide whether they are heroes and sidekicks. I loved that scene. You got this. The first one was that really nerdy kid who's like, oh yeah, this guy's a nerd. He's gonna be a sidekick. And he turns into this great big rock monster, and he's like, cool. And he holds up a car. That was great. And with all the different, I think the funniest one was when one of them turns into a bull. And then he goes, sidekick, and he kicks the kid with the ball. When he's turned into a ball, it's fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that scene.
That's a
good scene.
But what's funny is when it's time for Will Stronghold to do his part and pass the test.
No. He just falls flat on his back with a car over his head, over his body.
And everybody is kind of shocked. And he's even the coach is like, he's a sidekick.
Yep, that's what he is. And which
not a hero. And oh my gosh, it's
yeah. Wendy says this is a great scene. Ron Wilson is her favorite character. The bus driver. This is Candy Mom. The bus driver was one of the top 3 favorite characters in Sky High. 100%. I think Ron Wilson is a really great character.
I wonder who my favorite character is when we get there. But...
When we get there. But I really enjoyed that scene, and it kind of sets up the movie. And actually, I feel like that whole scene of deciding whether they're heroes and a sidekick is, you know, Layla's moment. Where she's like, I'm not going to use my powers because I don't feel like it's right to, and she just doesn't believe in it. And the coach was like, yeah, you know what I believe in? Sidekick. And she, you know, it becomes a sidekick. Pete, just don't go there. Just don't. Melissa, welcome into the stream. You don't have to apologize.
Hey, look who woke up.
You don't have to apologize.
Yes, she does. Make dinner.
But I think they're friends. I think the friends are Magenta, Ethan, and Zach. The one who turns himself into a lamp. The one who turns into like sludge and turns into a hamster. I think they're just completely irrelevant. All of these characters. I don't think they needed to be in the movie, and I think it maybe even hurt the movie because they were just really there for comedic effect, and it wasn't even that funny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This movie reminds me of being in high school, wanting to be the cool kid. Yeah, there's a lot of sort of parallels to stuff like that, and
but it's on purpose too. I mean, what they're basically 100%. Letting you know is that even in Sky High, the high school for superheroes, that they still have the everyday problems that all kids have at any high school. I think that that's the purpose of it, is to show there is a correlation and a connection for sure.
I mean, you've got that scene when they arrive at Sky High when Lash and Speed, the two bullies, go up to Will and like, "Oh, you're a stronghold. I'll see you around. You remember whose side you're on." And when they find out that he's a sidekick, that's when they start being bullies. That's when they start, and that's exactly what the reflection is to modern sort of school life. Michael Riley, welcome into the stream. Good to see you. Guinea pig, not a hamster. Apples and oranges. When Melissa, apples and oranges, same animal, 4 legs, and fits the 3 gaps. I am thoroughly convinced that Dan does product placement like QVC on his bed with that pillow just to push my buttons. At least this review is enjoyable. Pete, you have no. You don't have to be jealous of me and my partner having a look. If you want a pillow together, you just have to ask, and we'll get one. It's totally fine.
Hey, it could be a new show called Pillow Talk.
Pillow Party. And then we meet the student counselor, the student head of the committee, and that's Gwen, not Gwen Stacy, just Gwen. Because Gwen Stacy is, from Spider-Man.
First off, it's Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who I think is a very good actress.
Yes.
She's been in a lot of different things. If you've ever seen the show Fargo, okay, if you've ever seen the TV show, not the movie.
Not the movie.
I think she's in season 3 of Fargo. She's phenomenal, by the way.
We've got a cast from Fargo. We've got a cast from The Flash. We've got Kurt Russell, who's been on like everything. Come on.
We have everybody in this, but Mary Elizabeth Winstead plays the role of Gwen, and Gwen is this really supportive, nice girl who's there for Will Stronghold. She really is. She's very supportive of him and kind of talks to him nice and reassures him in the beginning. Wouldn't you agree?
Pillow talk with Pete could be dangerous. It could be. Well, there could be a lot of pillow fights. But sorry. Disney, welcome into the stream. Yeah, this is the thing, right? You've got Gwen who, she comes off as very sort of nice and genuine. But you can tell that she's manipulating him, and you can tell that something is off. Look, she is categorized as the most attractive girl in school. Look, Will is so taken in by her appearance. Like they had played that even like cringy music over in the background when when he sees her.
Sure.
And obviously Layla gets jealous of her, of course. And then obviously things start to fall into place, and you'll find out what Gwen does eventually. And we'll get to that. And there's one other character who I really enjoy in this film.
Wait. It's probably the best name. If you're talking about
so
you're not talking about that one yet.
This kid, not really a kid. He's more like a elder, teenager. He looks like he's like 4 years older than everybody else.
He has the best name.
So let me sum it, right? His father is a supervillain.
Yes.
His mother is a superhero. So his name is War and and Peace. I love that name.
Me too.
War and
We
Peace
laughed so hard. We're like, what a great name.
is fantastic. I absolutely love the name. And
his first name is Warren, Warren, and his last name is Peace. But
War and Peace, because that's his parents' name was a supervillain and a superhero was his mother. It's a fantastic name.
Maybe the best ever. It's so funny. It's great. It's just, and he comes across as a villain. He comes across as
he's more like an anti-hero, I feel. He's kind of like in that sort of mid-range. Like, he's very aggressive. He reminded me a lot, really, of the Punisher from the Marvel universe. He will go to that extra sort of physicality. But
the whole point of his character in this movie, Dan, is we don't know which way he's going to go.
Exactly.
We don't know if he's going to be a good guy or if he's going to be the bad guy.
Yeah, you have no idea. Jonathan Chung, welcome into the stream. You have no idea. He actually reminded me a lot of a Dragon Ball Z character during the fight, because every time he would go like, and like he would like fire up his arms. I'm just like, dude, like you don't need to scream every single time you're like the Human Torch.
I do. I absolutely love that name. I thought his name was
great name.
Is just awesome.
And I preferred him sitting with Layla and Will at the Chinese restaurant than I did him actually doing any action. Mm-hmm. I loved his sort of calmer side of him,
it was what brought out. It was when you start. It was good character development, is what it was. Because what you really thought was, oh my gosh, his dad's a super villain. I understand his mom's a superhero, but his dad's a super villain. He's going to be a villain. And then you find out later on when Layla and Will are at a restaurant, that he's actually the busboy there.
Yeah.
Bussing tables. And, but Will still won't connect with this kid because he thinks, no, he's going to be a bad guy. He's going to be a super villain. And his dad is the super villain to Will's dad.
Yeah. They were arch enemies.
It's like Batman and Joker. That's what it was. They were the arch enemies.
Absolutely. Yeah. Which is why they got into that fight in the cafeteria.
Right.
Because, yes, Will, tripped up over, I think it was Lash's arms. But then Warren Peace just goes completely fireballing him. And it was very, very entertaining. And I think he's a great character for this film. I would have rather had just him be the arch enemy and then turn into friend rather than all of their other friends, because I just didn't really enjoy their other friends sort of thing. But we get sort of that dynamic where Gwen finally gets into Will's sort of mind and invites him over for dinner, and we find out that Gwen uses magnetic powers, that she can build like weapons. She built that freeze ray in their science class. So you kind of like, something is, she can actually make weapons with her mind. It's kind of a bit weird, a bit sketchy. And then they throw a party. Will throws a party. Like, we're not going to invite the sidekicks. We're not going to invite Layla. It's just going to be, Gwen and this whole party thing. We find out that we're not going to say anything, but the first thing is Layla, gets a bit angry. Gwen actually tells Layla that Will's not interested in her when Will was off getting a drink or whatever. Layla gets very angry, but we all find out that this was a big distraction for Gwen to steal a weapon from the Fortress of Solitude, or wherever it's called.
What she's ultimately trying to do with Will the entire time is earn his trust.
Yep.
That's what she's been trying to do. It's a long con, is what it is. It's a long con that she's playing on him, because what she's trying to ultimately do is earn his trust to the point where he shows her how to get into his dad's secret vault, Fortress of Solitude type place, where the big villain weapon is.
Yeah.
And it works.
It does work.
It works.
I forgot to bring up one of my favorite action scenes, and that is what's it called with the body hanging over the shredder thing. It was save the citizen scene. Save the citizen scene. Let me tell you something. This is one of my favorite scenes in a Disney Channel original film. It's a great action scene. You have Speed and Lash versus who are pretended to be the villains, even though they are villains, against Will, who's now found out he's got super strength, and War and Peace. I still find every time I say War and Peace, I feel like saying War and Peace. It's not, it's War and Peace. And the whole goal of this sort of event is for Will and War and Peace to work together to save this citizen who's dangling on a rope about to be shredded in a certain time limit. And obviously, Speed and Lash, the villains, are trying to prevent that. And it's a full-on fight scene. It's really, really great. I really enjoy it sort of builds that connection between Will and War and Peace. It builds that sort of trust.
And this is where he actually finally does realize that he has his super strength.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, right?
So he lifts War and Peace on the table in the cafeteria.
Oh, that's right.
Shining, glowing light, like, hey, look at me, I'm
right. You know. That's right. But he has super strength, and he has super strength. Trust me.
Yeah,
it's super strength. But going back real quick, the one scene I really did enjoy was, I think it was right after the scene when Gwen says, "Hey, Will's not interested in you, Layla." Layla goes back to the restaurant, and she's there depressed and kind of upset, and War and Peace sits down with her and has kind of a one-on-one heart-to-heart talk with her.
I love that scene.
I actually think that's a really good scene with him. I really enjoy I actually think he's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
He's not my favorite. I'll tell you my favorite later. But everybody might disagree with me, but I actually, at that time, thought that her and War and Peace would have made a better couple. They seem to have a little bit of the better chemistry to me. I thought maybe that's where they were going to end up. I would have been okay with that if it had, to be honest with you, because I actually enjoyed their interaction, and I thought they had very good chemistry. The two of them did.
I absolutely agree. They had very good chemistry, and I do like the fact that, the only reason why War and Peace is, doing this was to get back on Will. He wants to make him jealous and help Layla make him jealous, and I really enjoyed their sort of interaction and just kind of pointing out how much of a jerk Will actually was. And they do it. They do it in a great way. Layla's obviously very sort of like, "Hey Warren, like, where do you, she's like really intimate. She's like, "Don't call me cutie." It's great. And I really enjoyed sort of their chemistry in terms of just their acting. Very good chemistry, like you said. I think they worked very, very well. And if they ended up together at the end of the movie, I wouldn't object from that either. I think that was a really good sort of dynamic there for both of them.
Yeah, it was.
So the weapon gets stolen after this party distraction by Gwen. And obviously we don't know for sure if it's Gwen, but you can kind of tell. If you've seen films, it's Gwen. But she's just there, she and Will are having a kiss while Royal Pain's sidekick is a huge Royal Pain because he's really annoying. This little gremlin sort of thing who keeps getting choked. I don't even know if he has a name.
Let me just say, that's my favorite character.
No.
He is so funny. He is so funny throughout the entire film. His little sidekick. He made me laugh so hard with all the different comments. He's so stupid. He's funny. He was my favorite character. God, we were laughing so hard at him. I know. I tossed the wall. What can I say?
Don't get Pete here because he'll definitely bring on off the wall. I don't even know the name of this creature. You ever got a name for this creature?
I don't think so. It didn't matter.
It's just
he's unforgettable.
Strangled supervillain psychic. That's what I call it. Gremlin thing. He steals the ray gun, whatever it's called, We don't actually know what this ray gun is. They don't. Kurt Russell's
We don't know what it
character,
does. Right.
the commander said, we don't know what it does. So it
Right.
could be a death ray, it could be a freeze ray. What was that? Uncle. I loved it too much, Lindy.
He cracked me up. He's so funny now. He got me laughing. I have to go back and watch it again. Oh, it's so stupid. It's funny. All right, I'm sorry.
It's totally fine. So Gwen invites the commander and Jetstream to the homecoming dance, which I think was a very cool thing to do. I think what I really liked about Kurt Russell's character was that, because he is the greatest superhero of all time, he wanted his family to be the greatest super family of all time. He wanted to be the Stronghold 3, he wanted that, even though he didn't know that Will didn't have his powers at the start of the movie, and then Will not go into the homecoming dance because he refused, because he knew he messed up when he found out that Gwen was only using him. And I love the fact that Kurt Russell's, his character was like, I'm still gonna go. I'm gonna go with Jetstream, and because they are, they are Superman. That's what it is. John P. Hazelton, welcome into the show.
What's up, John?
See ya. So that's his safe word, I guess. Oh my God.
I don't know. It's just it really just certain things hit a chord when it comes to funny, and you just enjoy it. He hit a chord with me. It's so funny.
Oh goodness me. But I think Will sort of the reason why I find Will such a bizarre character is because I do feel like he wasn't very well written. I think he was very naive. He was very he made very poor decisions. His dad, the superhero of all superheroes, tells him not to bring anybody into the Fortress of Solitude, whatever it's called, no matter who it is. And then he meets a girl and brings her down there. I'm like, come on. Like, I know it needs to progress the movie and whatever. But
God, boys, look, I've always said this. Ladies, don't get mad at me. I've always said men are weak and women are evil.
Yeah, I've been told that all the time.
And we are weak, and we will do things we're not supposed to do.
Alex Prado, welcome into the stream.
So
yeah, I've been told
I can see that. I can definitely see. I can see that for sure.
Have you got some sleep, Dan? Congrats again. Thank you so much. Not as much as you'd think I did. Yeah, it was a very sort of poor decision. The Inner Sanctum, that's what
the Inner Sanctum, that's it. Yep.
That's what it was. Look, I just I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of Will's character, although his performance was quite good. Dan, we know boys are special to a pretty girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Melissa said it. Typical teenager, and it's true. I mean,
yeah.
Trust me, as a father to two boys, I could see it happening. I'll just
yeah. I don't know. It didn't click with me, that sort of his motivations. And then we end up with the homecoming sort of event, and we kind of knew this was going to be the final act. It was a very clear final act.
Mm-hmm.
And we all knew Gwen was Royal Pain. Now, what I didn't know, that I completely forgot, that Royal Pain wasn't Gwen. It was actually a science she was a scientist at the school when the commander was at school.
Right.
And she actually de-aged herself.
Right.
Through a battle or whatever it was. And she wanted to take her revenge, which I really enjoyed. I liked that twist. It wasn't Gwen's mother. It was actually her, the actual person who fought, the commander when they were younger. I love that. I think that was great. I think it was a great twist.
Yeah, good twist for sure.
Really good twist. And we find out that this ray gun is a de-aging baby fire ray gun thing, and it turns all the superheroes, including the commander, Jetstream, all the professors, into babies.
Yeah,
that's as Disney Channel as you're going to get.
Right, exactly. What I think of it as Revenge of the Sith, because well, what I mean by that is this. Here, stick with me. Like when Anakin comes into the Jedi temple and beats all the Jedis, it's only because they were caught off guard.
Yeah.
They weren't ready for it.
No.
Same thing here. They were at this dance. They were at this prom, this dance. All the superheroes, they weren't ready for it. They weren't ready. They were unprepared, and that's it caught them off guard. That's how I saw it.
Who wants to go through school twice? Clearly, Royal Pain wanted to.
For revenge, it seems like she does.
She does. The weapon is called that's it. The pacifier. That's it. Thank you, Wendy.
Which was another movie, by
great. Yeah. Great name for a weapon. I really like that. But I think it was a great twist. And I can see sort of your comparison there with Revenge of the Sith.
Only the surprise.
The surprise. Absolutely.
Yeah. Someone that you thought you trusted is the one who's turning against you.
I found it very cheesy that when she was announced as Royal Pain, that coming from the side entrance of the stage is her name out in lights, Royal Pain. Now, I don't know who installed those lights and those boards that came out on the stage, but they must have been so oblivious. Unless she did it herself, it literally comes out and says Royal Pain, and I'm just like, come on, that's just too far.
It was funny.
It was funny.
I think it was supposed to be over the top on purpose.
It is over the top. They turn them into babies. I mean, how more over the top can you get?
That was funny.
I really enjoyed this final act because of how silly and over the top it was. And the kids kind of escape from there. They go through the ventilation shaft where we actually see the guy, the Zach, light up. The only thing that Zach needed to do in this movie was light up the vents with his shirt. That's his whole thing in this movie. Mm-hmm. That's the whole purpose of this movie. That's why I think Zach was a terrible character. I think
he's definitely a sidekick.
I don't think he's even a sidekick. I would put Ron Wilson over him as a sidekick because at least Ron Wilson dealt with Gremlin Man. I got Uncle, whatever his name is. Ethan, I thought was pretty cool as he, became a puddle and he kind of put Lash's head in the toilet. That was cool. I like that. And then obviously War and Peace took, was the big sort of muscle of the group, which was pretty cool. I like that as well. And then we get that sort of call from Will to Ron Wilson. Hey, I need you to get me to Sky High. I can't fly. Get me to Sky High. I need to warn everybody. And he gets there. And the final sort of fight, I think, is really good because obviously now we find out that Will can fly. He has both of his parents' powers, which makes it really interesting. Really, really interesting. And then we also get the sort of Layla moment where she turns into Poison Ivy and deals with Gwen's best friend who multiplies herself.
Yes.
And she goes all like Poison Ivy and goes and kind of hangs them up and whatever. And she actually uses the gremlin guy is called Stitches. That's it. That's his name.
He's he's fantastic. I don't know who plays that role, but he's fantastic.
Now, with Royal Pain, with his helmet on, you could tell. If I didn't know it was Patrick Warburton, I wouldn't even notice. But then when I knew it was Patrick Warburton with the voice, you were like, oh, that is definitely Patrick Warburton's voice.
Of course.
And I mean, how great of a villainous voice I think he had. It was fantastic.
I was waiting for him to say, and of course.
Hello, welcome to Soren. Soren out the window. T-Town Mary Allen, welcome into the stream.
And of course, these little beauties.
It's great. I enjoyed watching this movie in the theater. A fun experience. Yeah, I remember watching this in the theater. It was really, really fun. And then we obviously get the big showdown. And then obviously Royal Pain is defeated. Gwen is defeated. Yeah, I think it was a bit of an anticlimactic ending for her. I don't know about you.
Yeah, for sure. But it was Look, overall, this film was really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. All the different little cameos that were in this, like Dave Foley, who we didn't even bring up, who was the commander's sidekick for
He was great.
years.
He was funny. And
You know, Dave Foley's in it. He was the commander's sidekick for years, and he's now a teacher at the school. You had Cloris Leachman. Cloris Leachman was the nurse, if you know who Cloris Leachman is.
The scientist. Who was the scientist? He's been in everything. He was the science teacher with the massive head. And then when he turned into a baby, he still had a massive head. And he's just like, I can recalibrate the pacifier machine, and
I don't remember. I'd have to look him up. But
you know, it's like, I can recalibrate the pacifier machine and turn everybody back to normal. But
is it Kevin McDonald?
Kevin McDonald and Warren Peace. He's like, Mr. Peace, I've pooped my pants, and I'm just like, yeah, thank you very much.
But then you had Linda Carter, who played the principal, was in there.
Yep.
Of course, Patrick Warburton's in there. Again, I mentioned earlier the coach, who was Bruce Campbell.
It
so many little cameos that were in there.
It kind of fitted the rest of the film's aesthetic, though, all cheesy and tongue-in-cheek, and that's And you know what? I think on review of this film, most Disney Channel original movies are very tongue-in-cheek, but I think this was done so well. I think look, it's not going to have the biggest budget in the world. It's not going to have the crazy star power. Though you got Kurt Russell, it's not going to be a star-studded red carpet cast. It was still very good. These were actors at the start of their careers, apart from Kurt, the main characters, and I think it's just a really well done, put together Disney Channel original movie.
Right, but that's what it is too. It's a Disney Channel original movie. This movie isn't intended to be a blockbuster that's going to make $100 million. It's not. That's not the intent of it. Its intent is to be a Disney Channel movie, which is ultimately going to have a lot of campy, cheesy stuff to keep it kid-friendly, and yet still throw in the adult quibs here and there for the adults to understand and like.
Absolutely.
And it did that very, very well, and it actually told a very unique and interesting story for that time.
Not only did it tell a unique and interesting story, it also had a lot of sort of morals to the story.
Sure.
Layla's story about there shouldn't be a divide between sidekicks and heroes. There's and school dynamics and that kind of stuff. I really enjoyed it. In the chat, this is our time to now vote. Well, cast your sort of grade.
Time for a grade.
Sky high. Yeah. We go from A star, which is the A plus, which is the best, the greatest films of all time, to an F. I'm going to kick things off. For me, look, this is not going to be the greatest movie of all time. There are a lot of issues with this movie, but I had a really fun time. For me, this, comparing all the films that I've been watching throughout, all the films I've ever seen, this for me is an average movie. This is a good movie. I enjoy it, so I'm going to give it a C. That's what I'm going to give it. I think a C is a good score, a generous score. I don't think it deserves less than a C. I don't think it's a below average film. I don't think it's a above average. I think it's a solid, good C for me. Walt, what would you give it?
Well, again, I'm with you in a lot of ways. It has to be entertaining. It has to keep my interest. It has to have funny moments. It has to have touching moments. It has to have a lot of different things. I enjoyed the movie a lot. I'm going to give it a C as well. Nice. I almost teetered to a C plus. It's a Disney Channel original movie. It's going to be hard to put it any higher than that. There are a few characters, like you said, that probably shouldn't be in there. But for the most part, this is a fun film. It's definitely one I recommend. If you haven't seen it, go see it. I think you'll enjoy it. It's got enough star power in it to hold the film and to support it. And some cameos that are a lot of fun, especially for us older folks, that I think are great. Younger folks may not even know who Linda Carter is, so they may not even get it. But
yeah. But this is good. I think maybe people are going to be a bit surprised that this is maybe a little bit of a lower score than people might have expected. But again, this is a Disney Channel original movie. It's you compare to some of the other films we've done. This I feel like this doesn't compete as much as the others, but I still recommend this movie absolutely. So Caitlin gives it a B plus. Candyman gives it a B plus.
I'll say this, Dan. I like this better than Homeward Bound, and I liked Homeward Bound. This is 10 times better than George of the Jungle, which is not even close. As much as I liked Homeward Bound, I like this better.
Yeah, I totally agree. Melissa gave it a B. Wendy's giving it a C plus. Alex Bronner gives it a B. Caitlin changes her vote and goes to a C plus, which is great. There are other decon movies I like better. We've got Captain Akron giving it a C plus. Yeah, I think this is a great score. I really enjoy this movie. And I think out of all of the Disney Channel original movies, this is definitely one of my favorites. And that's why I think a lot of people remember this Disney Channel original movie. Apart from the High School Musicals and the Camp Rocks, I think this film, people do remember this film. There is a fascination of this movie. So
the kid that played Will Stronghold went on to play in the movie with Jackie Chan and Jet Li called The Forbidden Kingdom.
The Forbidden Kingdom. Yeah.
He was in that with them. He's pretty good in that. The movie is definitely held up by Jackie Chan and Jet Li, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But again, he did okay for himself, and Danielle Panabaker made it.
She's in she's in The Flash. And you got some really other great actors in there as well who obviously have gone off and done some spectacular stuff as well. So I would definitely recommend it. So next week on Walt's channel, we are going to be choosing, well, actually we're going to choose now. We are going to be reviewing our next movie. So if you would like to watch this movie during the week, then feel free. Here we go.
Alex says he liked The Forbidden Kingdom. Yeah, The Forbidden Kingdom is a fun film. It's a fun film.
All right, I've got a movie. Here we go. Let's see what we're watching. Oh, we are going to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Really?
And we are watching, I've put down Avengers 2, which is Avengers Age of Ultron. We are going to be watching Avengers Age of Ultron next week. I'm really excited. This is going to be our first Marvel review, which is going to be very exciting. Obviously, it will be out of order when we do these reviews, but every Marvel film is in there, Star Wars, Muppets. So obviously now and again, because there's kind of less than, there's only like 20 odd Marvel films and there's hundreds of Disney films. So getting those rare Marvel films is going to be great. So this week we are going to be watching Avengers Age of Ultron, which I'm very looking forward to. Guys, watch it during the week, and I've got a few, maybe someone I would like to bring on maybe next week for Avengers Age of Ultron. So yeah, watch it during the week, and we will watch that next week. I'm very excited. I'm excited for our first Marvel review.
Yeah, this is a good one to start with. I think this is a very divisive Marvel film. I know a lot of people that don't like it. I know a lot of people that do like it. I think it'll be an interesting one for you and I to review. I have seen this movie a lot. Because for a while there, it was being played all the time on like TBS or TNT or something like that. We could find it all the time. Every time I turned on the TV, there was Age of Ultron. And it's funny, but there's one of my most favorite scenes and lines of any Marvel Cinematic Universe is in this movie.
I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to talk about it. Wendy says, I'm not a Marvel fan, but I'll watch it for the team. Oh, yeah. I'm super excited for that. Thank you. Wow, this is going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. Avengers Age of Ultron will be next week on Walt's channel. So if you haven't subscribed to Walt, please go and do so. Go subscribe to Walt from Mouse Talk, and we will be watching Avengers Age of Ultron this week to review next week, Sunday at 6 p.m.
Gonna be great.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So we are going to wrap things up. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was a really fun review. I really enjoyed watching Sky High this week and reviewing it here, and I'm glad you guys watch. Well, I'm hope people now go and watch Sky High because it is a really great film. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. So Walt, a little bit about you, your channel, what's coming up. I know you spoke a little bit about the start, but obviously some people have come in. So a bit about you, about your channel.
Well, brand new video just came out earlier in the week. If you get a chance, go check it out. We went over to Epcot. Tons of crazy stuff happened that day. We had an eventful day for sure, but I had fun making the video. If you get a chance, go check that out. We have a new video coming out, another one of our Sights and Sounds, the series that we're doing. We headed back over to Epcot. We'll have another pavilion for Sights and Sounds. Tomorrow, 9 a.m. on a Monday, we will be live from Disney's Animal Kingdom. So if you're there Monday morning and you need something to give you a pick-me-up, we'll be walking around the park, doing some rides, having some fun, looking for the characters, getting a bite to eat. We're going to have an awesome day tomorrow. I'd love to have everybody come out. We are giving away a prize again. If we hit 100 likes, we'll be giving away a prize. Wendy Luhu won last time, which was awesome. Congratulations to Wendy Luhu for getting a prize out to her. And we'll do it again this week if we hit 100 likes. So we'd love to see everybody come out for that. And, of course, Tuesday night is DIZNEYDAN. I'm sure we'll have a great topic for that. I don't have one yet. It's the end of the month, so it's News and Notes Week. So we'll be talking Disney news, and we'll go over a lot of different things.
There's been a lot of news this month, so it's gonna be a not to miss stream. So guys, please head over to my wonderful partner channel, Walter and Melissa from Mouse Talk. As for me, if you missed it yesterday, I don't know what you've been doing, but yesterday was a wonderful day. Disney Fiasco episode 100 all-day stream.
It was awesome.
It was just amazing. I absolutely loved every hour that I did that stream. I did it for 10.5 hours. I'm just going to clarify, I will not be doing that again. But it was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining for that. That was absolutely amazing. So next week will be episode 101.
101.
And we will not be talking about 101 Dalmatians because 101 Dalmatians is in here. So, there's no point doing the same stream twice. So that will be next week. 101 episodes of Disney Fiasco next Saturday. Disney Food Friday will be on Friday. If you are a member, thank you so much for becoming a member. Let me know if you are a member. If you're not in the Facebook group, let me know. I'll get you in there, and I'm going to be putting up the poll tomorrow, so you can vote for Disney Food Friday for Friday.
I lost. I voted for one of the other ones.
You know what? I'll make an exception.
No. Fair's fair.
Disney Nuts will be on Thursday on Gonzo's channel, I believe. And then obviously we are back here, Disney Movie Review, 6 p.m. on Walt's channel on Sunday. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, guys. What a weekend of streaming.
Wait, did you see that? Look at your screen. You got a new member.
Wait, my thing hasn't updated. Oh, Wendy! Oh, thank you so. Oh, let me get it up. Wendy, thank you so much for becoming a Disney Dan member. You're absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me know. Send me a direct message on Instagram or Twitter, and I will get you into the Disney Dan Facebook membership group. And thank you so much. It really means the world to me. So welcome to the green team. We are members too, but not under my name.
That's true. We're under Mouse Talk.
Under Mouse Talk. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. You guys are amazing. And please follow me on Twitter, on Instagram as well, Disney Dan. Thank you once again to my partner channels, Mickey's Magic, the Viapree Project, RobFuz, and Mouse Talk. And I will see you all on Thursday for Disney Nuts. Disney Nuts. This could be fun. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great week. You're absolutely amazing. And we'll live your life with a smile each and every day. And I'll see you guys all